Hey, it's Joe,
And B.
and you'll notice that we're doing something a little bit different this week. Me and V have been Zooming or Teams meeting or whatever online meeting platform we've been using for quite a while now, due to the pandemic.
Nearly a whole year now.
So we have collected some of our top tips, as we are, well, I'm a big nerd, and B is getting into being a Zoom pro. However, we need to sort out one of the things on your one. My first top tip is how to make sure your area looks easy for people to see you. So one of the things I've got is a torch.
Since when have you had that? We live in the same house. I've never seen you use that on a Zoom call.
So we've always had a problem with the light in our downstairs, and now I fixed it. And I fixed it the other day with a little phone torch.
I
that I've
also
got.
have a torch.
So little top tips is just try and make it as a front-facing light as possible, but something that's not going to blind you, but is easy to kind of look and adjust. I can adjust this one as well, so I can go darker and lighter.
Let's see. With a light. Without a light.
It's
It
better.
is a lot better, actually.
It's better with the light, but your light probably like B's light you can tell is underneath her, so she's getting shadows. If it was straight onto her face, like the light I've got here, it would it lightens up your whole face rather than just being shadow above or below.
And I've got some tips. You wanna hear some of my tips?
Yeah, you hit us with some of your tips. We'll do one
Okay.
each.
Right. I think mostly people that are using Teams or Zoom, I'm not sure if this tip works on Teams. I'd assume it would. Or Google Classrooms. I know if you're a teacher and you're watching this. I wish we could use this in day-to-day life. Mute. Just mute everyone. Honestly, best tip we could give. So, there is obviously a button you can click on. If you go to participants, you can click on mute all, and that would mute everyone in the chat. And then you can unmute as you go along. And they can also unmute themselves. But also, if you're tech savvy like I am not, and have post-it notes with notes on them, all you have to do is on a Mac, Command Control M, and a little pop-up will come up with saying mute all current participants. So if I press that now, Joe is now on mute. And I can't hear a damn thing he's saying.
But we've got two
and
audio
to
channels.
unmute them, they have to do that themselves. If you're on a PC computer rather than a Mac, you have to just Alt-M. Just Alt-M.
That brings me on to one of my tips. So if you're on mute and you want to be able to talk quickly to someone, all I've got to do is press spacebar, like I am now, and it temporarily unmutes me. So as soon as I finish talking, I can go back to being on mute.
There you go.
Just like
No
that.
more Joe. Perfect, isn't it? If only this was a button in real life. Nah, don't want to hear this. Mute. It'd make everyone feel a little bit better, wouldn't it? I think people would be less stressed. I can imagine with a classroom or a massive Teams meeting that you're having with like a bunch of people in there, and they're all just talking over each other. And you're trying to get your point across. The best thing to do is just, you know what, mute you all. You can all listen to me, because sometimes on a call, Teams, Zoom, or I haven't used Google Classroom, but I'm assuming that as well. If I'm trying to talk, but then someone else starts talking, it'll cut my voice out, even though I'm still talking, and you might not hear me then. So if everyone's on mute, it doesn't matter.
So another thing that I can do to whilst you're on mute is if you press Command Shift and A, that mutes your own microphone. Or I think it's just, what is it? I've written it down. If it's just Alt A on a Windows computer, so Command Shift A or Alt A will mute and unmute your own microphone, so you can do it for a bit longer. One of the things that I'm looking into that GoPro claim you can do, they've released an app which is called GoPro Webcam, right? And if you have a Hero 8 or higher, you should be able to download this app, update the firmware on your GoPro, and use that as your webcam. They're starting to roll out back down the models, but from our experience of trying to test it, we can't quite get it to work yet. But there's a really good guide on there if you've got a nice new GoPro that you can follow on that. So one of our other top tips is, and you'll notice now that there's a third camera on our screen recording us on the screen. Oh, it's like Inception. is that you can use a mobile device of your phone. You can log in to the same meeting details, and you can use it as like a demonstration camera. And B, if you stop zooming in on my face, B's going to demonstrate how she'd use it if she was showing you something.
Yeah, so we often run a lot of scout meetings on Zoom, especially with the younger kids doing some craft activities, and sometimes it's quite difficult to show them how to do some stuff because I'm doing some origami, but as you can see, you can only see the top half of me. If I wanted to show something on here, it'd be really difficult. So if you had a phone, I'm still on here so they can still see me and understand me and see what I'm doing, but then I grab my phone and I can show them how to do it. So.
And I could also, as the host, I could also pin this video so that, spotlight this video for everyone so that everyone can see it up large and big.
So I could say, right, we're going to fold the paper now. Ooh, and then I can just fold it. And they can see that's being folded nicely and neatly. Right, that's one fold done. Now we're going to fold it again. Whereas as you can see on the big camera, you can't see me do that. Then we're going to make it into a triangle. And then voila. And now you have a
triangle. Nice work,
Bee. A little tent.
Oh, nice. An origami tent or statue or model of the Sydney Opera House, whatever you're going for.
Yeah, exactly. And now they can see what is expected them to theirs to look like without me having to go like this. Oh, I want it like this. And it's a lot different.
Right, I'm gonna unpin your video.
Right. Oh, that is Inception, that. If someone is pinned someone that's on your screen, but you don't want that, you can just go to the top where it says view and you can go to gallery view. It won't change for anyone else, but it'll just change on your computer and your view. So some people might like the pinned view, so they can just see that one person doing it, but others might like to see everyone doing stuff, so you can change that if you want. You don't have to have the speaker view.
And as you say that, we've got the gallery view as well, but your gallery has different sizes, right? So you have your default's around 25, I think. I can't quite
29.
remember. It's 29, is it? So if you go into the little arrow with the video settings, you scroll down to the bottom, and you've got the option of 25, which it is by default, or you could do 49, but obviously it'll make every little image smaller. Let me scroll up a bit so you can see my face in the screen recording. It will make every little image smaller so that it will include more people on the screen. So if you're doing a presentation to like 30 people, it might be really good to do that so you can see all of their reactions.
So another top tip, which I think many people already know because I'm sure you've already used it, especially with Teams, you can blur the background out. But with Zoom, you can also add a virtual background. I think you do that with Teams also. So if you're downstairs and your kitchen's not clean or the back of your office isn't the nicest to look at, add a virtual background, make people a bit jealous. So the way to do this is you go to your video settings and you click choose virtual background. And then as you can see, there are a couple there that have already been chosen. So you can get a beach or I don't even know where Joe is now. In some grass.
I'm in the grass, but my new haircut's not helping me, is it here?
But what you can also do is you can make your own. So there's a little add button. So if you click on that, and add image or add video. So I'm going to add an image. I'm just bought it. I'm going to buy an image, download an image. Here we go. I'll open that. Download Smart. Oh, we're there. I've got to download something for a minute. Oh. And there we go. I've got a little Santa behind me. Cool Santa, eh?
You got cool Santa. I've got the clearer background, so mine should work better, but I've also got a really pale face, apparently. So if you had a coloured wall here, you're a different colour to the view, the bigger contrast, you would get a better background. I'm going to turn mine off because it's rubbish.
Mine's pretty good. He doesn't want a Santa with sunglasses on.
He doesn't want a Santa with sunglasses on. Perfect. Now, there is other things you can do. If you go...
I like Santa. Look, the hat's on my head. Ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho, ho. If there's other things you can do, if you're doing sessions with people and you want to make it easier to split them up into groups so they can go away and do tasks. You can enable breakout rooms, okay? To do that, you need to go into the Zoom Online and log into your account and enable it from the settings in there. It's in account settings, and then I just do, if you do Command or Control F, you can search breakout rooms. It's a little tip to find things on websites a little bit easier.
I think that's all the tips that I have, really. I think there's those obvious ones that now Zoom has the yes, no, go slower, go faster buttons that you can click that will report to the host that you're going too fast in your presentation or you're going too slow. And if they're asking a question, you can press yes, I do agree, or no, I don't. Those are like the average, well, there's the typical Zoom things that they have.
Yeah, and also remember we just found this screen share option. So if you do screen share options, you normally come into this window with your basic ones. But if you go into the advanced option, you can now share slides as a virtual background. So it means that you'll sit over the top of your slides. Or if you're doing a workout class and you want to play just the music from your computer, you can now click this music or computer option. So it's in screen share and then advanced options, and then B, if you want to try it because your background comes out a bit better.
So slides as virtual backgrounds?
That's the one.
There we go. Oh, that's pretty cool, isn't it?
There we go. So now B is over the top of her PowerPoint. How good's that?
Who wants to answer my questions?
I don't know who the voice of Shrek is. Perfect. Well, that's all our tips for today. I hope you enjoyed our tips, and I hope you find them useful. If you have any other questions, well, we're going to probably keep on looking into these kind of things, and anytime we have any good bits of knowledge, we'll drop them into you. But please give us a like, share and subscribe, all that fun jazz. Share this with anyone who you think you might find it useful, and we hope you're having a good day.
Keep zooming on.
Keep zooming on. Lots of these things also work in Teams, it's just the commands are a little bit different or funkier. But cool.
Your friend is Google.
Yeah. Right.
Don't know how to do something, Google it.
That's going to be it from us. And guess what, B? Bye!